Hello and a very warm welcome. We are following up today expose notes for votes. Also, hours before polling starts in a seat which will determine who gets to claim Jayalalitha's legacy. A video of the former Chief Minister in hospital is put out. Is this a desperate attempt to try and swing the sympathy wave in favor of TTV Dinakaran? We'll debate that on the newsroom tonight.
24 hours before bipole war. Jaya's first hospital video explodes. Viral video quakes Tamil Nadu. Amma captured on deathbed. Sipping juice days before death. TTV's desperate video stunt. Big boost or bad backfire?
Numerous questions have been asked over the last several months about the condition of former Chief Minister Jayalalithaa when she came to Apollo Hospital, about the kind of treatment that was given to her, and about whether she was given proper care or not. Several of those charges have been levelled against Sasikala and TTV Dinakaran, with opponents suggesting they didn't take good care of the former Chief Minister. In fact, suggesting that they virtually let her die. In a desperate bid to try and answer some of those questions, the TTV Dinakaran camp put out today a brief video of Jayalalithaa in hospital in Chennai. Her opponents jumped in, claiming that this was an attempt being made by the Dinakaran camp to try and swing the election in their favour. The Election Commission came in strongly, saying that action will be taken against the TTV Dinakaran camp for violating the Model Code of Conduct. Here's the day's story.
Just hours to go for the R.K Nagar bipoles, and the fight for Amma's legacy hits an all-new low as Camp TTV puts Amma on display in a desperate bid to woo voters to show that Amma was not in the ICU, that Amma was healthy and recovering.
So I have answered him. It's because they are trying to tarnish her image. They don't want our madam's image to be live in Tamil Nadu. I don't know what is the reason. The people who should have acted, they are not acting. The Chief Minister or the Deputy Chief Minister, so-called Deputy Chief Minister, they are not acting. The Health Minister. Then no other go. As a party man, I have to do it.
But sir, why after 1 year, sir?
Because it's my wish. You can't ask me why I did this.
TTV Dinakaran's man, P. Vetrivel defiant, proud of releasing Amma's vulnerable video, once again stoking Amma's death mystery fire. As the cornered AIADMK ran for cover, crying insult to Amma's memory.
R.K Nagar தேர்தலையே மனதில் கொண்டு கடந்த ஒரு வருட காலமாக இந்த வீடியோலாம் வெளியிடப்படாமல் நாளை தினம் தேர்தலை வைத்து இந்த வீடியோ இன்றைக்கு வெளியிடப்பட்டிருக்கிறது என்று சொன்னால்
The opposition too left no time to decry this desperate bid to woo voters just a day ahead of elections to Amma's bastion.
ஜெயலலிதாவுடைய புகைப்பட வீடியோ காட்சியை வெளியிடப்பட்டிருக்கக்கூடிய செய்தியை நானும் பார்த்தேன்.
It is a violation of 126(1)(b) of RP Act. No, the 126(1)(b), the penal provision says up to 2 years of imprisonment. So, but it has to be, the charge sheet has to be filed and a court has to decide.
The battle for Amma's legacy has got outright dirty. The claimants to her throne are pulling out every dirty trick in the bag to win Amma's bastion. Will voters fall for these cheap tricks, or will they use the ballot to send a clear message? Amma's legacy is not up for sale. With Shalini Lobo and Akshay Nath, Bureau Report, India Today.
Putting out a video of a frail Jayalalithaa hours ahead of the crucial bipoles in R.K Nagar. Is this just a desperate ploy by the TTV Dinakaran camp to try and claim Jayalalitha's legacy. The Election Commission thinks this is a gross violation of the Model Code of Conduct. India Today's investigation, Notes for Votes, raises serious questions about the kind of money that's being put out and whether elections should be countermanded. Are these not the most vitiated elections in recent memory? And why get so desperate? Why put out a video of Jayalalithaa hours before polling actually starts? Joining us on the newsroom this evening, I want to introduce C. Rajshekharan, generally aligned towards the TTV Dinakaran camp. Also with us, our Kannan spokesperson of the DMK and representing the Tamil Nadu BJP, Narayan Tirupati. I want to go across to Mr. Rajshekharan because I was seeing a comment that you made earlier today talking about how you wanted to see footage of Jayalalithaa being treated in hospital. You claim this is not about the R.K Nagar by-polls, but if this is not about the R.K Nagar by-polls, what explains the timing? Why has this video been put out just one day before the election is to happen? This is not done. This is not about her life. This is a poll gimmick, Mr. Rajshekharan.
Rahul, see, if you just go to your archives and your videos, YouTube videos, you will get to know that I was the only outsider allowed by late Jayalalithaa to speak on behalf of her and for her in all the national TVs, including India Today. That is, I'm saying since 2010. But after the demise of Jayalalithaa, I stopped supporting any of the factions of ADMK because nobody has the right to take her legacy ahead. But fact remains, there was such a hue and cry that nobody has released the video. Every day one theory was floated in the media, in the public social media, everywhere, that she was brought dead, she was not treated, she was hit in the Boys Garden house, she was brought unconscious. And even the Apollo Hospital, Pratap Reddy said, what I said earlier was a lie because I was asked to speak like that. Suddenly he retracted his previous statement and he was going around and around, contradicting his previous statements. This is what was happening in the past. But today, I don't know who released the video and I don't hold brief to any of TTV Dinakaran or Vetrivel or anybody. But the fact remains, the people of Tamil Nadu and the people around India and the world wants to know what really happened.
No, so how does the video explain any of these questions? All you see is a very frail Jayalalithaa. She's got drip, she's drinking something, presumably watching television. But whether the right course of medication was given to her, was she given the wrong medicines, how proper was her treatment, the video doesn't answer any of those questions.
Yes, see, a very, very valid question. But as on date, there is a by-election held at R.K Nagar, which was Jayalalitha's constituency, where she passed away. Tomorrow is the polling. So going by that merit, if something is being, volume is there or some explanation is made in that video, definitely it will attract the code of conduct. So they will say it's a poll violation, it was in the favor of some party or some individual, whatever they may say, anything. So maybe to avoid that, they might have not put any scrolling on that or any words or any date is there, timing is there, but it has to be verified. But as far as an individual, ordinary citizen of Tamil Nadu is concerned, I am happy that Jayalalithaa was treated, she was conscious and she was drinking something. God knows what she was doing inside, what she was talking, but that is all secondary. On the face of it,
I want to bring in Narayan Tirupati because the BJP is demanding that elections be countermanded. Several representatives of the TTV Dinakaran camp say, we had to put out video proof because so much was being said about Dinakaran and Sasikala not taking good care of Jayalalithaa, about her being taken dead to hospital. At least this video shows that she was alive, that she was being treated, and therefore it was important to put this video out. Do you buy that explanation at all, Mr. Narayan Tirupati?
See, after a long time, Rajshekharan says that he is very happy that at least Jayalalithaa was given a good treatment and all those things. So he has passed a judgment for almost after 1 year that so many people are questioning about the kind of treatment Jayalalithaa was given, and now with this he claims that this video is authentic, this video is fine and all those things. But we have all our own doubts. When did this video was taken, where it was taken, by whom it was taken, and if Vetrivel says it is taken by Sasikala, should we believe it or not? So many questions arise, and this is not the time to release this video because already there is a one-man commission set up by the Tamil Nadu government, and the commission has very clearly stated, they have advertised in the newspapers and also through several news agencies. They have asked anybody who has got any proof on the treatment given to Jayalalithaa, they have asked to submit. So definitely,
that's
Dinakaran
absolutely correct, Mr. Rajshekharan, because TTV Dinakaran earlier said that Sasikala had told him that we'll put the video out in front of a one-man inquiry commission. The process is currently underway. Yet you choose to vitiate that process by putting this out because TTV Dinakaran's prestige is on the line in the crucial Chennai by-polls, and therefore by hook or by crook you want to generate sympathy, and therefore so what? Let's put out the video. It's been lying with us. Let's try and milk it for what it's worth. That seems to be the very desperate strategy at play here.
See, Rahul, I am not the spokesperson of TTV Dinakaran, neither the spokesperson of EPS, OPS or ADMK, nobody. Previously, I supported Jayalalithaa for her courage, for her bold moves, whichever she had taken in the past, and she was really an iron leader. As far as Tamil Nadu was concerned, she was doing a good job, fairly a good job, good welfare schemes. The people were happy. Nobody, there was nothing, no nonsense anywhere.
Corruption also.
We had a person. No, the corruption, keeping the corruption aside, I would say she was a good administrator and a strong leader. Yes, corruption is an issue. I am not supporting corruption with anybody, be it Jayalalithaa, be it anybody. I question corruption. But the fact of the matter is, see, there was so much of hue and cry, witch hunt, and so much of mudslinging all over, saying that she was brought dead, she was murdered, she was killed, she was
okay,
hit by Sasikala.
How do you respond to
all this stuff has come to an end.
What's being said by TTV Dinakaran's camp, that all this mudslinging, that she was brought dead, that she wasn't taken care of, that she was lying comatose in hospital, all those issues have been resolved by the TTV camp putting out this video? At least people now know that a lot of what was being said in this by-poll during the campaign was not true.
I think the pressure within the cooker, which happens to be incidentally the election symbol for Mr. Dinakaran, is really building up so much that you see this act of desperation and depravity on their part with this 20-second video that was released after the campaign came to an end. 2 days ago, we complained that 100 crores have been distributed by both sides, both the official AIADMK as well as the rebel candidate, Mr. Dinakaran, and each voter. We have provided evidence of about 20 incidents where each voter has been paid about 6,000 rupees in cash. This is the desperation and the lowest levels that these two parties could bring themselves to, because the stakes are very high in these elections.
That's an important point you make, and on that note I want to bring in our Chennai Bureau Chief Priyamvada, because I was taking a look, Priyamvada, at some of the opinion polls put out by local Tamil media, and they seem to indicate a very, very tight fight. That's probably the reason why there was so much anxiety around this video and the desperation for TTV Dinakaran to put it out, because all the opinion polls seem to suggest that the margin is 3% between the various factions, and therefore they're desperate to try and do something which could sway the election in their favor, Priyamvada.
Absolutely, Rahul. This is not like any other by-poll in R.K Nagar or any other poll for that matter, because it is the bastion of AIADMK. So there are voters who might just come and give the vote for the two-leaf symbol, but then the TTV Dinakaran is also right now desperate to ensure that the margin is taken care of, because he has at least projected himself to be a popular figure carrying forward the legacy of Jayalalithaa, and now this last-minute desperation has probably, as you rightly said, the opinion polls indicating that there is just 3 to 4% margin between the EPS, OPS camp, TTV camp and DMK camp. So that edge is very much needed for TTV Dinakaran, and I'm not at all surprised that this video has been released despite he and his relatives very clearly pointing out that they will release it only before the commission. The interesting point is TTV Dinakaran's relative Krishna Priya Ilavarasi's daughter has come out and said that she's not happy in the manner in which TTV Dinakaran has come out and independently released this video and how Vetrivel got it and who took the video. That's the crucial question, because my sources in the Apollo say they do not have any idea that this video was taken because there was no CCTV attached inside Jayalalitha's chamber. So this was taken on a mobile phone, and initially when we had spoken to the relatives of Shashikala, they said they have the evidence but they will give it to the inquiry commission. So it's a mobile footage probably, and it was only with Shashikala family that Shashikala knew that this has been used as the last minute trump card by TTV Dinakaran is the big question.
Okay, because there are two things happening in the battlefield of R.K Nagar. You've got this unseemly row over Jayalalitha's video timed by the Dinakaran camp in a way to benefit ahead of the by-polls. On the other side, there was notes for votes, that explosive India Today investigation that showed all three parties putting out crores of rupees, bribing voters in a desperate bid to garner sympathy. The investigation put out by India Today sparked a storm. The Election Commission got activated immediately. They've now asked for an FIR to be filed. The Chief Electoral Officer responsible for conducting this election is getting an FIR filed. He says all those who accept giving money will be prosecuted. Here's the story.
Already list will be prepared. Not doubt it. Only cash distribution.
India Today's explosive expose of money power in Tamil Nadu. Caught on cam, brazen flow of cash. Key political players offering money for votes to claim Amma's bastion R.K Nagar. India Today's Notes for Vote sting operation has triggered a massive earthquake in Tamil Nadu's political corridors, just a day before the high-stakes R.K Nagar by-elections. The Election Commission has taken strict note of India Today's explosive sting operation and has directed the Tamil Nadu poll panel to register an FIR against those involved in it. Election Commissioner CEC R.K not only has demanded an FIR but has also asked India Today to share the names of the people shown in the sting and reveal the places where the bribery transaction took place.
India Today yesterday released a sting operation about money being distributed by DMK, ADMK, TTV Dinakaran camp. Will Election Commission take note of that?
I think Election Commission had asked a report from RO, so he'll be sending a report.
Not just the Election Commission, citing India Today's expose as evidence, BJP has demanded that the by-poll in the late Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalitha's bastion be scrapped.
Dinakaran is telling ruling party is giving crores and crores of money, but election should be conducted. But what BJP is telling, crores and crores of money has been dispersed, but election should not be conducted.
However, the three parties, DMK, AIADMK and TTV faction, continue to deny bribing voters to fight this by-poll.
Now it is very evident that they have issued 120 crores, 6,000 per head. Everybody knows. No action. The local police and the Election Commission didn't look into it. The local police has supported them. With the support of the local police, they have given money.
India Today's Notes for Votes expose showed how all three parties, the AIADMK, the DMK and TTV Dinakaran's camp were offering up to 7,000 rupees to voters in R.K Nagar, which goes to polls on Thursday. The big question is, will the Election Commission once again scrap the controversial R.K Nagar polls, which has turned into a prestige battle and a war for Jaya's legacy? With Premvada, Akshay and Shalini Lobo. Bureau Report, India Today.
The BJP is the only party that has demanded that elections in R.K Nagar be countermanded and that there be fresh elections at another day. Narayan Tirupati, the Election Commission doesn't seem to be in a mood to listen to the BJP's demand. Are you disappointed that despite it being established with very conclusive evidence that there was crores of rupees being doled out, the EC still thinks it's okay to go ahead with this election?
No, we are disappointed and we are unhappy because, we have been telling this for the last 15 days. Every day we have been seeing people distributing notes more than 6,000 rupees, 7,000 rupees, and even TTV faction was giving cookers free of cost to each and every family or each and every voter. And we have been, we have given a lot of complaints to the Election Commission. They also have caught so many people, but in spite of that, we want this election to be countermanded immediately. Otherwise, definitely the democracy will be killed. It will be a matter of democracy if this election happens tomorrow. And we are really worried. I don't know why Election Commission is hesitating to call it off.
Mr. Rajshekharan, it baffles me that after the kind of evidence that India Today has laid out, the Election Commission says, oh, we'll file an FIR, we'll take action. It's just like a sense of helplessness that we know that there is corruption, we know there is large-scale bribery, but what can we do? The process is so vitiated that even if we cancel the third time, all of you together will do the same.
Say, Rahul, already it is 1 year over. A constituency cannot be kept like this without conducting an election by the Election Commission of India. That is the Representative of People's Act says. Going by that merit, the Election Commission has to ensure there is a free and fair election conducted at R.K Nagar by poll. Unfortunately, for everybody's reputation, Tamil Nadu's image, everybody is reporting that cash has been distributed, all this stuff. But my question is, why did BJP support this corrupt OPS and EPS who are distributing cash? At the blessings of whom? Because they have the support of BJP both in centre and state. They have the courage and the
audacity to respond to that. Your party has been trying to bring the EPS, OPS factions together, make them a part of the NDA. If this is going on, it's happening with your blessings, alleges
Rajshekharan. The minister says the centre will take care. The leader in centre will take care.
Rajshekharan is
No, I'm always right. You
please allow me to speak.
Don't shout over each other, one at a time. Rajshekharan has made his point. Let Narayan Tirupati respond.
I care a damn for ADMK. I care a damn for anybody. Please don't corrupt the people. Please don't allow the state to go to dogs. That is my humble submission. Please understand
yourself. Don't pat yourself, Rajshekharan. Why do you shout? Just keep quiet. Keep calm. Cool. See, BJP has never supported this government, number one. Number two is that we have been fighting this government right from the day one. We have exposed all their misdeeds also, and even in R.K Nagar, we were the only party to allege the misdeeds of this AIDMK ruling party and also TTV Dinakaran, and we have given written complaints. So how can Rajshekharan say that we are supporting this government? It is not so. But Rajshekharan may be supporting TTV Dinakaran and somebody else, I don't know. That is why he is opposing OPS or EPS, I don't know. But whoever is, is doing wrong things, this government at center will definitely take care of them, and we will also support the center. And this is false allegation what Rajshekharan is giving, that we are supporting EPS and OPS. That is wrong.
Rahul, may I come in?
Yes, Rahul? Mr. Rajshekharan, go on.
See, I really don't understand where this theory is being drafted and being told on your channel today.
You don't understand anything, Rajshekharan. That's the problem.
No. It's Narayan. See, the problem with you is you think you speak, whatever you speak is gospel truth.
Time for you
what
to understand.
Nonsense, what rubbish. What rubbish? It is your party who ensured your Prime Minister met OPS
you are talking
MLA
rubbish.
5 times.
You mind your words.
No, you are talking nonsense.
Mind your words.
You are talking nonsense on TV, national TV.
Keep calm.
No.
Keep
What you are saying?
Mind your words.
In R.K Nagar, if you want to
it doesn't mean
score
that in national
points,
TV you will talk all nonsense. You will talk all these foreign
whatever you say
languages.
is not gospel truth.
You mean to say you will talk anything you want in the national channel?
Why did Prime Minister meet him as an MLA?
Once again, let's maintain a certain decorum. I can't have the debate degenerating in this fashion. Mr. Kannan, I want you to come in on whether you think this election should have been cancelled. Given how corrupt this election has been, given what India Today has put out, should this election not have been cancelled?
No, these elections must go on. We have also preferred complaints, and we are pretty anxious about how passive this election commission has been towards the complaints that we have preferred, that Mr. Narayanan said that his party has preferred, etc. This has been going on for a long time. However, let me be on record. Despite what is happening, despite a passive election commission, despite the administrative machinery that is completely in favor of the ruling party, and despite money being a major source of influence for these two factions, I'm very confident that the R.K Nagar voters will do the right thing. The DMK would be elected. Now, why does the BJP ask for this to be cancelled? What happened to the raids? The Election Commission is an independent body. But what happened to the enforcement agencies which raided the unhealthy Health Minister Vijay Bhaskar's house, and other raids that had been conducted under the BJP.
No, what happened to the raids conducted in Jagat
I'm out of time on this debate, so I just want to go across to Priyamvada and get a final word from her. We've heard from the political parties. Priyamvada, without taking any sides and making any forecast or prediction, what's your sense after having travelled all across the constituency, speaking to voters? What's the mood? What are their issues? What's in their head?
Well, as far as the voters are concerned, obviously they are so irritated that for the very fact that the R.K Nagar as a constituency has not developed. The people are fighting for water, there are fishermen issues, there are basic amenities which has not been provided to the people, which is what they are looking for. But end of the day, let's also remember the voter base, the vote share that this particular constituency, except in 1996 when the DMK won, has been with the ADMK. But if I'm not going to go by the numbers, but as far as the people are concerned, there are some loyalists who want to vote for the party to which they have been loyal, but they're also very concerned that they need an MLA at last. They need someone who will come and work for them and represent their issues. There are no street lights, Rahul. We've seen in R.K Nagar, no street lights, no water, absolutely no basic amenities. Whoever wins this election, that MLA or office has been locked for more than a year now. It has to be opened and some work has to go on. That is what a common man on the street wants.
What a great travesty this. You've got a former chief minister who stood from that seat. Her legacy is now up for grabs. Everybody is making a mad scramble, but no one's interested in taking care of the common people of the area. This has to be the most messy election in recent history. Priyamvada, Mr. Rajshekharan, R. Kannan, Narayan Tirupati for joining us on the newsroom this evening. Thank you very much. Priyamvada and her team will be tracking polling all through the day tomorrow. We'll be back in the evening with updates on how that polling went. We're slipping into a break. We'll have more for you when we come back on the other side. Stay with us.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.